East guy's on a deck gun. West tower's out of control.
Roger that. Krogan, hop up on an engine. I need you to make it rain on that building.
There have been scant few titles throughout the history of video games that allow players to step into the role of a firefighter. Epicenter Studios is trying to set this right with its latest title, Real Heroes Firefighter. The game promises to deliver an authentic simulation of the daily life of the brave men and women of the Los Angeles Fire Department. Does the resulting experience rage like an inferno, or is it a false alarm?
I'm going in. Negative. Everyone stay back.
I'll take this, jerk. Next office is all yours, kid.
As a new cadet in the Engine Company 13 squad, you have to earn the trust and respect of your colleagues and captain. But apart from the occasional bit of banter between you and your teammates, there's no real overarching plot in Real Heroes. Instead, each level has intermittent stories revolving around various situations, such as storming through a robotics lab to destroy the remains of the T-100 from Terminator 2, yes, really, or saving theme park attendees from a fire-breathing dragon. If anything, the story is just there to provide objective taglines that direct you to your next task.
Right now, we're on our own up here. So let's get to work.
As a new recruit, you'll learn the ropes of battling blazes on your way to becoming a full-time firefighter. The game is structured around a single-player campaign that takes you through a tutorial course and 9 levels. There are no other modes included. The majority of the experience is extremely repetitive as you endure the mundane task of getting infernos under control and rescuing oblivious citizens.
Oh no! We have to get out of this room.
It's not until the later levels that the game becomes rather enjoyable thanks to an interesting diversity of experiences, but by that point, it's too late to redeem it. Surviving each level requires you to clear countless fires using several tools from your arsenal. There is the basic hose, which shoots out a powerful blast of water for long-range attacks, or a weaker spray for close-range flames. You're also given other tools, such as a halligan and an axe, but their use is very situational. In some cases, you'll pull out your special gear for a specific situation, and not have to use it again for the remainder of the level. Aside from clearing flames, you need to tackle several objectives in each level. The problem is that many of these are confusing due to vague direction on the part of the game. There's often very little indication that you're doing the right thing, reducing many of the more difficult objectives to a process of trial and error. Additionally, for a game that strives for realism, having to save theme park attendees from a blazing dragon is a bit of a stretch. The game's poor AI is also exposed during the segments where you need to aid victims, and some of the requests are so ridiculous that you'll be tempted to let them perish in the flames.
Magic! Oh, you were always my favorite!
There's also a half-hearted attempt to lend the game some replay value by including a few hidden tokens which unlock upgrades to your existing gear, as well as help reveal the cause of each fire. But overall, they don't do much to bolster this weak package.
You firefighters are so heroic.
Thanks, Rookie. Okay, Captain, pet store's clear.
Swapping guns for hoses, Real Heroes plays like a first-person shooter, attempting to take advantage of the Wii Remote's motion controls, though without Motion Plus functionality. Using the extinguisher or the hose is as simple as pointing and pressing a button. While there's no way to lock the camera in place like in Metroid Prime, you can tweak the control settings to a degree, like in the Conduit, which provides some flexibility. Your movement options are simple enough: strafing, sprinting, and crouching, though sprinting doesn't really speed you up all that much. The main control issues with Real Heroes have to do with the motion controls that govern your specialized gear. You'll find yourself accidentally swinging your axe constantly, as well as having to repeatedly perform the motion for the Halligan before it finally works. Using the rotary saw as a chore, as lining up the blade is more difficult than it should be. At least the hydraulic spread works well, but then again, you're not called upon to use it very often. For the most part, everything is either unresponsive or just marginally used, never reaching a happy medium. However, for the more intense sections, which focus solely on stopping the destructive power of nature, the controls work well. It's just a shame the rest of the controls can't keep pace.
Son! Son!
Let's start working this fire. I probably don't need to tell you this, but don't go near that sun. It's, hot.
Right from the get-go, it's obvious that Real Heroes' emphasis isn't on visuals. Everything from the environments to the character models to even the fires themselves screams disaster.
Holy crap.
The game looks like a relic from a generation long past. The soundtrack doesn't fare much better with its bland tunes, and the voice talent is wasted on terrible dialogue.
This wasn't my fault. What was I supposed to do?
Already on it. We're sending it shopping now.
Even for a budget title, Real Heroes Firefighter is unpolished and sloppy.
Oh man, I just bought that plasma TV.
The experience picks up towards the end, but it's too little too late when you consider the monotonous trudge that leads you there. For these firefighters, it's time to head back to the academy.
Put him on, Proby! And whatever you do, don't look down! Good work. We've done all we can here. If the rest of the city looks as bad as this, we're just getting started.